All right, so welcome to another episode of eBay Antique Unboxing. Now I'm going to have to actually blur this out so you crack maniacs don't show up at my address. All right, so let's get it open. I don't even know what it is. That's the exciting part of this, so we'll probably try to figure out what this item is. Plus, it's going to need a little cleaning. All right, so let's go ahead and open. All right, so I'm going to open it in fast motion. So the seller was selling this for $395, and I talked him or her. Well, actually, it was a her when I thought it was a him, and I talked her down to $150. She said it was on consignment, and she asked her consignee if they would accept that, and they did. All right, so what we have here is, hold on, let me just move this forward, is some kind of religious artifact that's antique. It's even dated, which is really cool. And she said it was silver. I don't know how true that is. Let's get in there close. It's a porcelain plaque of Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist. There's a dove over here. I don't know if we can even focus. Let's try to focus. And this is supposedly silver. And then when you flip this over, it has an engraving, and it says something in another language. Wait, hold on. Let's try to lift up the camera. Okay, there we go. And it says something in German. I believe it's German. I'm not 110% sure what a date that says 18 November 1895. Now, it's European. It has to be European because it says 18 November. The 18 is first before the November. And usually that's how Europeans actually date things. Now on the back is what appears to be some kind of initials. All right, so here we go. It's filthy dirty. This opens up and there's a special prize inside. It's like a Cracker Jack box. So I'm going to clean it first and come back. Now it appears to be some kind of pendant. I don't know if you can see the bail over here, but why would somebody wear something this enormous around their neck? That is the mystery. And the mystery also is about it holding a specific item. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this. So take a look at it now while it's filthy. And I will be back and we will see it all clean. And I looked it over with my loupe and it has some markings on the back. So I was told this is silver, and I think it is. See those two markings right there? Those look like silver markings. So I'm going to have to clean this because I do see some verdigris in there. I don't know if you can see that. What the markings are, I don't know. I don't know what country this is. I think it is Germany because we have Einrung an den. And I believe that means in German, in memory or memory of November 18, 1895. What happened in 1895 on November the 18th? Okay, here's what I think. It was on a lunes. Lunes in Spanish means Monday. So it couldn't have been a baptism. By the way, I took it apart. I'm not going to show you the special prize that was inside until after I clean it. But it was on lunes or Monday. So it can't be like somebody's baptismal, like a gift for a baptismal or communion, because it was on a Monday. If that happened, it would have been on a Sunday. And so this means something. And I think it means something to do with maybe somebody in the Catholic Church becoming a priest or a bishop or an archbishop or something happening on that date that was significant. Plus there's a initial. It looks like SR or RS. I could be wrong. And again, in German, we got to clean that up. We got to see what the marks are. Because I don't think Germany really was a country back then. Wasn't this during the Austro-Hungarian Empire time frame, 1895? I think it's when like Austria was not even like part of Germany or some crap like that. All right, let's clean this up. I'll be back. I'll show you the prize inside. We'll do more research on this. We'll try to figure out what this means. And yeah. All right. So I cleaned it, and here's what the prize was. The prize was a beautiful beaded paste Holy Cross. Okay. So what I'm thinking this is some kind of religious, I don't know, something to do with Christianity. And this, okay, I did further research. By the way, a public service announcement on my older videos. Now, I've been making these type of videos, and I'm no expert. I'm going to be honest with you, no expert, but I do very good research. And I've been getting on a lot of my older antiques videos, a lot of people coming to me and saying, I have something similar to this, blah, blah, blah. Can you tell me what it's worth? Can you tell me what it's worth? What is this? Blah, blah, blah. I am no longer doing this for free. I gave so much information out to people, and I'm not getting a penny for it. And I feel that my time is valuable. So if you have a question or you want me to do research for you, which takes sometimes an hour to 3 to 4 hours to do, I'm going to have to charge. So if you guys are interested in me doing an appraisal, which is not going to be an expert appraisal, but it's going to help you figure out what you have and how much they sell for, like in the ballpark, you can contact me through my main page. It'll say contact, it'll have an Etsy. It'll have a actual Etsy link that you can click on. You can contact me through Etsy, and I will send you a PayPal, via PayPal, like depending upon what you want me to research for you. I'll send you a link through PayPal. You can pay me to do this. That's right, pay me. I'm going to be probably no longer showing values of things because it's not fair that I'm doing this all for free and not getting 1 shekel for it. So for now on, I'm just going to show you things and give you the history of it. No more values. I'm going to try to stick away from that because I need to make a living. And so with that being said, I did extensive research, and what I believe this to be is Austro-Hungarian. What is Austro-Hungarian? It's a time frame when Austria and Hungary was one ruling empire. The two nations was one ruling empire. Now, Austro-Hungarian jewelry is very collectible. Anything Austro-Hungarian and jewelry goes for a nice sum of money, even if it's not precious metal or precious gems. The Austro-Hungarians were known for these little rhinestone type of things. Not precious jewels, but semi-precious and sometimes even paste, like paste diamonds. And, oh my God, I got gas. I hope you didn't hear that. And so they also utilized a lot of beading or beadwork in their things. And this is a beautiful paste. By the way, I'm wearing Minnie Mouse gloves. Why? Because I just spent 1 hour cleaning this silver piece. By the way, it's completely all silver, coin silver, I believe. Coin silver denotes 800 or 80% out of 100% silver. And so what I think we have here is Austro-Hungarian 800 silver in a beautiful pendant medallion. Now the size of it, look at it next to my hand. It is enormous. And so for someone to walk around with this, it would have been ridiculous. It would have been like the Flavor Flav, the rapper Flavor Flav. It would be like the Flavor Flav clock that he wore around his neck, that big giant alarm clock. It would be like that back then. So this is a very special piece for some reason. Okay, so we got the paste crucifix, and you can see the age on it. Now this was made in 1895, precisely November 18 of 1895, which was a lunes or Monday. Let's put this down. Actually, we'll check out the back, and it's some kind of wool. I believe it's wool. It has like hair-like fibers, or it could be some kind of suede, but I'm really thinking this is wool. Really quite interesting. We'll flip it over, and the paste cross is on that same material. Got a little dirty. It was anointed with oil. How could I tell? Holy oil, because it smells like a church. Did you ever go into a church? If you haven't, you probably won't know the smell I'm talking about, but if you have, you'll know the smell I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. Now, it's not completely clean. I used toothbrushes and Simicrone and dish detergent, and it is still not completely clean. So I'm going to show you, here's before, and you can see how filthy this damn thing was, right? Look how filthy. Now I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures. I mean, absolutely, the filth that was dripping off of this was absolutely like appalling. My sink filled up with black water. And yeah, now it's much cleaner. Not completely clean, but cleaner. Okay, so what we have here is a 3-piece pendant. There goes my dog drinking water. And okay, so one of the clues, we have the beaded cross with the paste. And what do I mean by paste? Okay, so you're going to be wondering, well, what is paste gems or paste rhinestones? It's basically glass with a foil backing. It's supposed to give it a sparkly appearance so that it looks like it's real diamonds. And so this is not real diamonds. If it was, I'd be in the money. Let's just put it that way. So the seller actually gave this to me for $150. That was a good deal. All right, so what we have is clue number 1. We have what appears to be a baptism of Jesus. Let's lift this up and look at this. The baptism of Jesus, and John the Baptist is baptizing Jesus. You can see the glowing eagle, John the Baptist on the right, and Jesus being blessed or baptized and anointed by John the Baptist, Saint John the Baptist. Okay, on the back of that, it's a porcelain disc. Okay, so this fits into here, but what the hell was this for? Well, when I opened it up, there was this paste little beaded diamond cross, or it's not a crucifix because it doesn't have Jesus on it. So this went in here, but I'm guessing that this was a holy relic container, pendant. So this would have held a holy relic in here. And I don't know if this is a holy relic. This could have been some kind of reliquary. This whole thing could have been a reliquary, which is a holder for a relic or religious relic. But something bigger had to have gone in here at one time. It could have been a wafer, a communion wafer. So that could have been what this must have held. And there are things that held communion wafers that were on pendants that priests would actually carry around in order to do communions, like a travel communion type of deal. Okay, next clue. Okay, upon turning this over, now this I could not clean like the rest of it. It was so hard because look at it. It's repoussé. Repoussé is it's like a raised design made out of precious metal, sometimes not precious metal. This is sort of some kind of stamped deal. But if you turn it over, okay, it has, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. It has some kind of initials. I can't really tell what the initials are. It looks like RS. And then we have some foreign language right down here. Hold on, let's zoom in. And it says, I'm going to butcher this, by the way, it's German. Oh my God. Erinnerung, Ander, and Ander is 2 words. At first, I thought this said memory of Andes, like the Andes Mountains, because I thought this was 1 word. But and then der is actually, because Ander means Andes, like the Andes Mountains. But this is 2 words. So memory of November 18th. And they put the 18 before the November. So that means it's European for sure. Okay. Memory of November 18th, 1895, which was a lunes or a Monday. And if this was something to do with somebody's baptism or say a communion or a confirmation, it wouldn't have been on a Monday. So that's very puzzling. So this was given to somebody as a gift on a Monday. And that's my guess because it's initial. This is probably was a gift or a presentation for something of somebody of some kind of importance. My guess is probably a priest or a bishop or an archbishop, because an archbishop or a bishop or a priest would have worn something like this, a really large sized reliquary on their I was going to say costume, but yeah, costume basically, because it has a bale. We see this very, very large bale over here. Now, it does have markings for silver, and it's Austrian, actually Austro-Hungarian markings. I could not actually, it had the manufacturer stamp to the right of that, but I could not tell at all who this manufacturer was. Even under my loop, very hard to tell. Okay, so here we go. The mystery. Let's try to find out what this thing is. Okay, so I'm going to place the cross back in here, and I'm going to show you how this operates. Okay, so the cross right in here. Here we go. I'm going to put that snap dab in the center. Now, there was double-sided tape that somebody, like Scotch tape, and they made it double-sided, like they rolled it, so that this stuck inside of here, I guess so it doesn't rattle around and move. I don't know if this officially belonged in here. I believe something else was once in here, but this is of the same vintage as this piece. Now, look at the Baroque. This is very Baroque looking, almost Spanish colonial. Really, really quite amazing. Or Byzantinian or Byzantinian. I can never say that right. All right, so this little disc, by the way, when I thought that it said memory of Andes, like the Andes Mountains, I was like very puzzled because I do know Germans made a lot of these portraits, these miniature portraits on porcelain discs. And I was like, this is either German or French. How could it be from the Andes? How could they have gotten this from South America? This really wasn't a thing in South America to paint little miniature portraits on porcelain discs. It was more of a Germanic or French type of thing. All right, so this goes on here. You want to get it centered. And you push it down. And I'm trying to do this with one hand. I'll be right back. So it fits perfectly flush. It went right on like a receptacle top. And now it stays on this piece, which is really, I mean, absolutely quite stunning. Now, I'm going to actually, I bought something to display it in. Let's display it, and then we'll do the history. All right, so I got this really cool display frame on Amazon, and it makes everything protected. So it has little feet. You can stand it up. And what it is basically, it's really a genius premise. It is saran wrap that stretches, that is on both sides, so you can actually show your item on both sides. So if you have a coin, they come in all different sizes. You can get them smaller for coins, and you can view the front and back of it. So here we go. So now this is going to be on display, protected from tarnishing further. I added the tulle ribbon on the bail to give it like a little bit of flair. I guess, yeah, like the movie Office Space, what was it, 27 pieces of flair? All right, and then so you can turn it around, and then you can see the back. And so we can see the back of it. We can see the engraving. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. And this actually clings to your item, so it doesn't slide down, which is great. So if you have something that you want to put right in the center, it'll stay there. It'll just stay in one spot. You see that? Okay. All right. So let's do our history homework. And again, like I said, if you want me to do research for you for an object, again, I'm no longer, it's not worth it. It's not worth my time. My channel makes it no revenue, no money whatsoever. If you appreciate my historical videos and all the research I do, I would suggest that you guys contact me through the link on my main banner. Hit the Etsy link. Sometimes I don't reply. It's because I don't get notifications a lot of times. I'm not ignoring you people. I just don't get the notifications. I'm busy. I'm always doing things. But I'll do these things for you guys between $20 and about $60. I'll do research for you guys. It depends on the object. If it's an object that's going to take me several hours to do, I'm going to charge $20 an hour for my research. All right, so let's find out. Now, Austro-Hungarian, we do know it's a religious piece, okay, because we have this disc with the religious scene on it, on porcelain wafer. And on the inside, we have the paste rhinestone cross. We have the inscription. We know it wasn't on a Sunday that this happened. So this could have been something that was presented to a clergy member of, I'm going to guess, the Catholic Church. I could be wrong, but I know it's probably a clergy member. It could have been when somebody was made a priest, or somebody was made a bishop, or a cardinal, or whatever. The Austro-Hungarian, even costume jewelry, not fine jewelry, is highly sought after because of the beautiful, almost Byzantinian designs, or almost this Baroque type of almost Spanish colonial look and they generally had rhinestones or semi-precious gems or gems. Some of them came in these beautiful presentation boxes. Here we have a cross, a silver gilt gem cross, which is not, this is semi-precious gems. Here we go. Here's another Austro-Hungarian cross. And you can see they used a lot of like beautiful, beautiful designs, like really, really fancy designs. Here we go. Austro-Hungarian silver brooch with turquoise in it. And there's one with a marking. Here we go. Austro-Hungarian cross. They had many, many different styles. There we go. An Austro-Hungarian locket. This is an Austro-Hungarian, I think, brooch. Let's check it out. I just think it's just so damn beautiful. Hold on, where did it go? I just lost it. It figures. We'll look at this one. And this is an Austro-Hungarian locket, pendant, with turquoise and some kind of semi-precious stones. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And this is silver. And here we go. It opens up. I'm not showing you guys values anymore. You guys have to contact me if you want values. I'm done giving out free info. There's more really beautiful Austro-Hungarian lockets and pendants. You see them sometimes in just plain silver with rhinestones or gilt metal, which almost looks as though it's gold, but it's dusted with some kind of, wow, look at that one. Look at this locket. Dusted with some kind of gold. Some of them were quite colorful and enameled. Some of them weren't. Some of them just was really beautifully designed with this almost, like I said, Etruscan or Byzantinian style. Look at that. Really gorgeous, gorgeous jewelry. Now, I'm not going to show you values because I feel that I'm doing this work for free. And I'm not finding sleepers anymore because a lot of you are figuring out how much these things are valued at. And then you're putting the prices too high on eBay. And I know it's selfish and bitchy of me, but now I'm not able to get as many sleepers, and screw that noise. So you want a price? You're going to have to contact me, and you'll have to pay me. There we go. This is gorgeous. This is an exceptional enamel silver gem and pearl set pendant necklace with dangles. This is Austro-Hungarian. Now we're going to do some research. We're going to find out when the Austro-Hungarian Empire was from. Before we do the history of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which I really don't think you guys will give a shiz about, here are some different types of these pendants that you'll see that held things inside of it, which is really cool. So not only would it hold relics of the saints or the martyrs, it would hold something that somebody held dear to their heart. Here's many, many different kinds. Here's a reliquary pendant. There's more reliquary pendants here. They would just hold something, like a notion of somebody's devotion, which is really quite interesting. Here we go. This one is gilt metal. Really beautiful. They open up. Sometimes they'll have a saint on the front. It'll be in maybe some kind of stone, or maybe a porcelain wafer, or some kind of painting on maybe ivory. Sometimes not. Some of these things opened up. They were crucifixes that would actually open up and you would keep things inside of it. This is a Byzantine Empire style. And you can see the Austro-Hungarians really took from the Byzantine or Byzantine Empire in design when it came to design. I'm going to get this word wrong, but sometimes people call these PYXs. Pyxes, Pyx communion wafer box case. Some of them made out of sterling silver. And they would dangle from a pendant, as you can see here. Maybe that's what we have. And a priest would travel with this. We had a lot of silver devotional pendants in Spain. It was very, very, very common to find these type of pieces in Spain. And they would have a saint or some religious figure on the front, something on the back. Really quite lovely. This is 17th century, actually. And you can see the Austro-Hungarians really got a lot of ideas from past centuries in jewelry design, which is really cool. Let's check out some of the other stuff that we can find. Here's a reliquary pendant or theka. And you can see they had filigree designs. This one has a painting on the front. Really quite lovely. This one is enormous. I'm not going to bother showing you guys the prices. You can look it up yourself. And here we have an antique sterling Holy Communion pyx in a sort of watch case style design box. This opens up and you put the communion wafer in it. Let's see, do we have any more? And yes, this one is silver gilt communion pyx. And you can see Jesus in the center with the two apostles right and left of him. Very interesting. And this opened up like so. And a priest or somebody in the clergy would wear this around their neck. Undoubtedly, that's what I think that I have here. Here's another one. This one is, let me see. This is silver, and it's even marked as sterling silver. See how it opens up, and it also operates as a pendant. Austria-Hungary, well, the Austro-Hungarian monarchy was from 1867 to 1918. All right, so it's often referred to as the Austro-Hungarian Empire or the dual monarchy. It was a multinational constitutional monarchy in Central Europe between 1867 and 1918. Austria-Hungary was a military and diplomatic alliance of two sovereign states with a single monarch who was titled both Emperor of Austria and King of Hungary. Austria-Hungary constituted the last phase in the constitutional evolution of the Habsburg monarchy. It was formed with the Austro-Hungarian Compromise of 1867 and the aftermath of the Austro-Prussian War, and was dissolved shortly after Hungary terminated the two unions with Austria on October 31st, 1918. So one of Europe's major powers at the time, Austria-Hungary was geographically the second largest country in Europe after the Russian Empire. That's crazy. And then third most populous after Russia and the German Empire. The empire built up the fourth largest machine building industry in the world. This dude was the leader, Franz Joseph. And Franz Joseph his reign was from 1848 to 1916. And he was coronated in 1867 at Matthias Church as King of Hungary. Okay, and this bastard, well, I don't really know him. I don't know if he's a bastard or not, but he's the reason of the start of World War I that killed millions of our U.S. citizens who fought for them. Okay, Franz Joseph was reigning king, okay, until his death in 1916. In the early part of his reign, his realms and territories were referred to as the Austrian Empire, but was reconstituted as the dual monarchy of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It really wasn't his fault, but it was his fault for World War I. So on June 28th of 1914, Franz Joseph's nephew and heir, presumptive Archduke Franz Ferdinand. That's who the dude that caused World War I. And his morgantic wife, Sophie, Duchess of Hohenberg, she was a hoe, Hohenberg, were assassinated by Gavrilo Princip, a Yugoslav nationalist of Serbian ethnicity, during a visit to Sarajevo. When he heard the news of the assassination, Franz Joseph said that one has not to defy the Almighty. In this manner of superior power has restored that order, which I unfortunately was unable to maintain. So basically, we went to war. Legal basis for war. Damn it. Okay, so yeah, they gave Serbia an ultimatum and all this other bullshit happened. And yeah, millions of our Americans, our precious Americans, died for Europe. Okay, and so did precious Europeans die for Europe as well. But, you know, I'm looking at it as a nationalist, because I'm sort of a nationalist. No, I'm not a neo-Nazi, but I believe we should mind our own fucking business. And, when it comes to other countries, mind your own business. As long as they don't bother us, let them do whatever the hell they want. If they want to, I don't know, annex another country or do this or that, as long as they're not bothering us and it's not bothering us, just mind your own freaking business. Keep your nose out of shit so we don't have to send our boys and girls to shed blood for the elite. And there we go. That's what we have here. We have some kind of religious iconic type of pendant, which is absolutely, oh my God, it's stunning. It's freaking stunning. Look at this thing. This thing is a work of art. I mean, seriously, a work of art. So I'm going to have it on display. Keep it in this little thing to stop it from tarnishing further. And it's really, I'm thinking, something that a clergy member would have wore. It would have probably been attached to something. You see the bail over there. Now, why would a regular citizen wear something this enormous and this clunky and this gaudy around their neck? Could you picture somebody just walking around with this around their neck? No, no, no. I think this was meant for somebody higher up, somebody in the clergy, somebody in the church to wear. I don't think it was for a regular citizen to wear. I could be wrong, but I did a lot of research, and priests or bishops or archdukes or, no, archdukes. I'm thinking of that other dude, Ferdinand's nephew. Wait, Ferdinand. Oh, now I'm all mixed up. God damn it. Oh, yeah, Franz Joseph's nephew, Ferdinand, the Archduke, who caused World War One. But yeah, basically, this would have probably been a travel Eucharist holder or a relic holder. It would have probably held a bone from a saint or something that's very important to somebody because it was dated right there on the bottom, a memory of this particular date. The cross in there, it looks very, very beautifully folksy. It looks handmade, hand beaded. Someone went through a lot of trouble to make that tiny little cross that went in here. But I am thinking this was something a clergy member would have worn. Look at the ginormous bail right there. It would have fit a very, very large ribbon, is my guess. Like some kind of silk ribbon of some sort. And somebody would have worn it on their vestment. Possibly a priest, a cardinal, a bishop, an archbishop. But what do I know? I'm no expert. Again, if you would like me to do research for you, it depends on what you want me to research. Contact me through my link on Etsy on my main channel page. And depending upon what it is, $20 an hour. If I feel that it'll take me 2 or 3 hours to do the homework, it'll be about $60. For a regular, average antique, I'll probably charge you $20 to $25 for a full report. I'll do a whole video for you. You'll send me a load of pictures, front, back, marks, whatever it is about the item, so I could see it at all angles and good lighting. And I will make a whole video for you doing an appraisal. How's that sound? Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.